suppose.
What are you drinking there?
Oh, Venture Pills from Bent Paddle.
Oh, Venture's good.
I'm
So
finishing out the last of the summer beers. I'm not going down without a fight.
you going to pumpkin ales now?
Pretty soon. I have a note. Dude, it's spooky season, buddy.
Hell yeah, it is.
That's my favorite time of the year.
Dude, I fucking love the fall.
Me too.
It's especially here. I mean, it was hot everywhere this summer, but this
Yeah.
summer was so goddamn hot here in Santa Fe. Like I got spoiled our first summer. Like it rained a lot. Like we have a monsoon
Yeah.
season, but it's like, yeah, fuck you. It's not. It rains a little bit, but it's last year we got dumped on and it was like
Yeah.
cool most of the summer. It's like it's hot at like 8 in the morning.
Yeah. That's tough, man.
Yeah. But it's cooling down now. It feels good. I love it.
What's the fall like? Does it change? I mean, there's not much for trees and stuff where you're at, right? I mean,
No, Santa Fe's an oasis.
is
Like
it okay?
we're in
Oh
the
yeah, okay,
because
okay.
we're up in the mountains. Well, like we're
Yeah,
not in the
yeah, yeah.
mountains, but our we have a super high elevation, like
Okay,
7,000 feet. But yeah, there's lots of green around here. There's
okay,
tree.
cool.
Yeah, there's yeah. It's a weird other universe. It's awesome though.
I was thinking like Albuquerque.
Oh no, it's not like
Yeah,
Kirky.
yeah.
No, Kirky. I only went to Kirky once, like 6 years ago. It was for the hot air balloon festival. But
Oh
everything I
yeah.
hear about Kirky is just like sad. It's just a sad, forgotten wasteland.
I have a funny memory of Albuquerque. I went there one time for Thanksgiving. It was one of my dear friend Jim. His dad was living in Albuquerque, and he signed us up for a 5K, maybe it was a marathon.
The
And
turkey
we were
trot?
like, yeah, it might have been something like it was the guy. Oh no, it was now that you mentioned that, it was like the gobbler, something gobbler, the gobbler run or something. And
The gobbler gallop.
we were definitely not into health and recreation at that time. We were into rock and roll and smoking cigarettes and whatever else. And I
Being
remember
cool.
we didn't run this marathon, we walked it, and Jim just smoked cigarettes walking it. And people were running by, and I remember this one lady, we were like 21, 22, we were kids, and she runs by and she goes, some of us are taking this seriously. And I remember Jim just looked at her as she's running out smoking a cigarette. He's like, some of us aren't. It was the best comeback to that.
That's amazing.
Just leveled her with that
Yeah.
comeback, dude. Well, some of us aren't.
Ooh. I have I have two stories from my literary universe that relate to this.
Okay.
So they're not actual people that I know, but they're people that I'm very close to. So first of all, the quickest one, Rick Fleber, he runs a marathon smoking cigarettes.
Okay.
Just like just to do
All
it.
right.
Like he trains for it and everything. Just like, it's the whole cigarettes and Jamba Juice campaign. It's
Yeah.
like you can run a marathon. If I can smoke cigarettes while doing it, like you can do a marathon too. But that's a whole thing. But it just reminded me of it. And the other one was another comeback to
Yeah.
smoking that I saw or that I wrote. And truth be told, this actually happened to me, but the comeback wasn't as good. Like I thought it was like one of those shower arguments. It's like, oh
Mhm.
man, I could have fucking killed her.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
so like it was totally dramatic too. It was like a move. It was almost like a movie meet cute that just kind of went wrong. Like she was walking down this sidewalk and I was coming down this way. We locked eyes. Like she smiled at me, I smiled back. And like I swear to God, I wasn't trying to be cool, but I was already in the process of pulling a cigarette out. So it just looked like mid stare, like I'm just like just trying to be fucking cool guy with the cigarette.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And like it just literally happened that way. And then she was like, "Oh, you were a lot cuter before you started smoking."
Oh,
I was like, "Oh, fuck." She
that's
got
not
me
how
like
that's
that.
supposed to go.
No, it's like that wasn't even I wasn't even trying to be cool there. Like I was just I mean, I am cool, but no.
Hey, I think cigarettes do make people look cool.
They do. That's why everybody
That's
fucking
the thing.
smokes.
I know, and I
No.
know that was that ongoing
Yeah.
things like they don't, but yeah, they kind of
Yeah.
do. You
I
look
should have
pretty fucking cool when you're smoking a
yeah.
cig.
After she
You are so odd. You're more like a game show host. You are so odd.
These are
yeah,
nice. These podcasts are nice breaks. They're like therapy almost
yeah,
at this point. I kind of need them.
yeah, truly. Like I think I know I said this last podcast and I didn't call you last week, but we really need to do these every week. Like,
It's hard to do them, but you're right. I would like to, even just like doing these an hour at a time or whatever. It's so
yeah,
nice. But I've been slacking on everything. I have too much on my plate, so I've been slacking on all of it because I can't
yeah.
focus on one thing.
And it
And
all
I
seems
just,
too much.
yeah, it really does. This grad school stuff's been pretty tough. I've been really, really overworked.
Yeah. Well, you're fucking, I mean, you know when to tap out yourself, but you're a champ. Like you're
Man, I need
fucking,
to learn to tap out. I've been thinking about quitting, dude. And I don't I
yeah,
that's rare. I don't usually quit, and it's been hitting me pretty hard. I'm
dude,
not going to.
it's definitely not the same thing, but I quit my job. I
Yeah,
mean,
but that's to focus on what's important.
yeah,
That's removing obstacles and barriers. That's not quitting.
yeah.
That's that's switching gears.
Switching.
How was your last shift?
It was like, it was, it was slow. It was like, I don't know. I went into it weirdly because I didn't want to have any like anticipation, but then
Yeah,
like it was so dead. It was like, oh shit, are you fucking kidding me?
that
It's,
sucks.
but like people came back like, but I mean I worked the day shift though, so people came in like the last hour and stuff, and
Yeah,
they got they got regular lives. They can't be hanging out at the bar on a Tuesday at 11. Well, I mean,
yeah,
sometimes they do, but not that day.
they
Not
can.
not that Tuesday. They do often. Ooh, I love them to death. I still love them. I'm gonna see them again. But like
That's a
though, I have
yeah.
so many functioning alcoholic day regulars. Like, and they're like not even kids. Like they're older than us.
Man,
They're just like ratchet. I'm just just fucking babysitting these people.
God, I don't know how they do it. I had a couple beers last night, and
Yeah.
I was a slow start this morning.
And don't get me wrong, because I hope they're watching. Like I love ratchet. I'm a ratchet person when I'm going there. But
Oh,
like,
I go low to get high, dude.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes you got to get right under it. I get it. I'm just
Yeah.
done babysitting it.
Well, it's a nice, yeah, that's the thing with bartending is you're a glorified babysitter. Everybody used to say therapist, but babysitter is such a better term for it.
Yeah.
I don't think you're a therapist because you're really not providing any meaningful
No,
mental health help.
no. If anything, you're a pharmacist.
Yeah, you're a pharmacist or you're an enabler
Like,
or
yeah. As long like your prescription is $1 bill.
right, right.
Let me
Yeah.
see. Yep. All right, I'll fill your prescription. There's another
Bartending, as you know, it can be great to fill your cup as a writer. You probably
yeah.
get so much inspiration from it. And then once it's done giving, all it does is take, 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 take.
Yeah. That's it.
Bartending's tough, man.
That's a really good point too. That's well said because it has been for the
Yeah.
past, I mean, I've gotten a lot for the past 18 years. I've been in the service industry, just like
Yeah.
absorbing shit. But I don't know, especially now that I'm starting to writing. A, I have to like catch up to everything
Yeah.
that I want to write. And B, they're the same stories over and over again. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like the characters change, but the stories are exactly the same. Like they're tropes now.
Hmm.
It's like, I don't want to.
I
Yeah,
wonder what
like
that means. Do we only have so many stories in our lives that we can go, that we can have, that we can live through?
I mean, if it's true in literature, it's got to be true in life.
Right. There's the love story. There's the quest for power or the quest for success or whatever.
Yeah,
You know, there's I don't
quest for.
know,
Yeah, I don't even know them.
revenge, tragedy.
Yeah,
Hmm.
general acceptance.
It's
Uh,
the two biggest drivers in humanity are the fear of being enough or being accepted and the fear of not being loved.
Yeah.
Those are the two big things for humanity. That's really,
Well,
man,
that's
maybe we're just stuck. Maybe, all right, I guess I'm done writing.
yeah. But that's just that one church, though. That's the bar. Like, because, well, like the bar is like church for these people. And it has been for me for a lot.
Yeah.
Like, Sir
Yeah.
Ben's definitely a sanctuary for me through some hard times. But
Yeah.
or several local watering holes that I called my home back in Duluth. And even
Totally.
here, too. But, I mean, what is a church? What is a church? I mean, it's a building, obviously. It's a place to gather. You
Yeah.
congregate in there, you commune, definitely drinking, passing lots of wine and eating, and just like together and stuff like that. But like you're also gathered with like-minded people. It's just a safe space that everybody agrees upon the same thing for just a little bit.
Community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a community. Like life is weird outside of those walls, but it makes sense. As backwards as it may be, as backwards as the belief system may be.
It's kind of beautiful.
Yeah, it
The
is.
bar can be beautiful.
It is. That's a universal story right there.
The bar. Well, hell, it's Cheers. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. That's number one. That was number one sitcom for a reason. Everyone could relate to that.
Yeah. And Ted
That-
Danson.
that- and well, Ted's the man.
He's a
Dude,
handsome guy.
I was looking at there was a meme that popped up. I love Cheers. I loved it since I was a little kid. I still watch it sometimes, and it pisses off if some women if I'm dating a woman and I put it on, they're like, "What is this?" Like, oh, that's hard.
Oh, dude. Congratulations. Like, who are you dating?
Well,
you're fucking you're pulling some youngies, aren't you? Like,
that's
oh,
not a good thing. But they I was looking at the age of all of the actors in season one. They are all younger than I am right now.
really?
They are all like 35, 34. Carla
Dude,
was like 33, 34 years old. Crazy.
dude, isn't it so weird to watch that? Like,
Yeah.
because you watched it as a kid and you had this different perspective, and now
Yeah.
you get to see it as like, oh, that was me. They're my age. Like, if
They
I
all
was that,
still look older than me.
oh, people looked a lot older back in the day. Like, you could,
Yeah.
50 was 50 back in the day. Like,
Yeah. A hard
now-
50 too.
yeah, it was a hard 50. It was a hard 50. Like, you could tell
Kind
you're,
of wild, man.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh,
You can
I don't
say
know.
your-
I was probably going to say a few different things, but I forget how old I am all the time.
Me too. I'm turning 40 over Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's wild. That's
Isn't
wild.
it?
I'm shopping for hair dye soon. This part of my head is going gray.
Oh,
Right
dude,
here.
Silver Fox it.
I would let it go, but this side isn't. And so I don't want just one side.
Well, all right. So get gray dye and just like
Oh, and dye
streak
the other
it.
side gray.
No, one streak. One streak on
Hey,
that
if it was
side.
like right up here, it'd be cool. Like the Sweeney Todd streak.
Yeah.
I could just grow my hair out with one giant white streak. It'd be sweet, but not just one side. I can't just do that.
Oh, dude, you're a rock star. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Oh, I'm not,
It's your
man.
it's your look.
I'm getting old. I'm an old beat up baseball glove anymore. I can still catch, but slaps a little bit when it comes together.
Yeah, you might not want to catch anything in front of your face.
Yeah, the leather's getting a little ratty.
Yeah.
But it still works.
Oh, not a silky segue at all, but speaking of baseball gloves, you reminded me of a baseball in a very wonderful book that I finished.
Oh,
today.
yeah. So you finished it today?
Yeah, I finished Villa Layla
Man.
today.
That's awesome, man. Thank
God.
you for reading it.
Thank you for writing it. Goddamn.
Oh.
I enjoyed myself so much. Like I had
Oh, good.
like so there was a couple times like I don't know, my brain was just like speaking Aspergerian. It was just like I'm enjoying this. I'm having a good time.
Well, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Dude.
It made me cry a bunch.
Well, good.
Yeah, like the end. Like son of a bitch. Like I don't like
Made
it felt
people cry.
yeah. And like that fucking there's that bad that bad magic in the river, man. Like, I don't know, you put some bad magic in that book.
Yeah, Mr.
'Cause-
Jones, dude.
Yeah, because I don't even like some of it I kind of get, but like for the rest, I don't even know why I was crying. Like I just passed
Yeah.
through this fucking realm of emotion and I got it. Like just
Yeah.
like the words that you said, like, I'm there, I'm with it. I feel that.
Well, that's
You
sweet,
made me
man. That's nice
empathize
to
with the
hear.
characters.
It's and for risk of ruining the ending of the book, but it's been out a while. But there's the part where when he, maybe I'll say a spoiler alert if anybody listens to this, but it's tearful because when he sees his parents,
Yeah.
it goes through. It's like,
Oh fuck.
it's like it's not like sad. It's like
No.
when you're wrong about something and what you were wrong about is so beautiful that it kind of hits.
Yeah. I was
So,
like
I don't know.
sobbing, like snotting.
Oh, good.
I had to blow my nose.
That's what
Literally.
I've heard some people say they've cried, but it's not a sad cry, which is really
No.
nice because I
Yeah.
wanted it to be a tearful
Yeah.
thing.
It was an emotive cry.
Yeah,
Like it lifted a layer or two off of me.
man,
even-
that's nice.
And even a scene that like I didn't really expect it. Maybe I was just anticipating what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But a scene prior to that, my temperature's too high on my phone. It's too hot in here. It's a hot box.
Oh no.
We just
can
lost
take a-
the video, the good
Oh,
video.
that's all right. We got this video.
Yeah. But when Theo is another spoiler alert, but not really. Like when we learn how Theo hurt his knee, like
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
yeah, and he's going in like he's a firefighter and he's going into the building, and when he like at that point when he's just like, no, there's just like two more doors, and then
Yeah.
when he gets to the last door, it's just like, oh fuck, like I don't even. That one was like that one's kind of tweaked the floodgate. Like it started seeping out right there for some reason.
You can see his desperation,
Yeah.
like because when his daughter's
No, but that's I think that's how it ends. Or I think that's how it should end. All stories, obviously write whatever story you want, but like
Yeah,
I
for sure.
appreciate, because like I've said before, I emote through story. So I appreciate, especially after growing up in the 90s where like things weren't written as reality. It was written to be an ideal reality.
yes,
If I can have a story end as it like might, or like as a story might have ended previously in my life,
right.
like it helps me get through it. And like it's like Theo did at the end. It's like he finally understood. Like I get it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But you need those.
It has to matter.
Yeah, it has to matter, and you need those kind of endings to do that. It's not just all. Yeah, it's just not. It's not always a fairy tale ending. Rarely is it.
Right. But this one it could be. That's the thing. It could have been. You just don't really know. It's that last paragraph is and is maybe one of the best things that I feel like I've ever written. And you're like, oh my gosh, it could be, or maybe it's nothing. I don't know.
Yeah.
It could matter. Because I think that is what that book is. I think the genre of that book is a fairy tale. I think I don't think it's a horror story, and I don't think it's comedic, but I don't necessarily think it's a comedy either. I think it's a fairy tale.
Yeah. It's, if I can voice my official review on the podcast, it's heartfelt and ridiculous, as life was intended to be.
Yes, exactly. It's exactly how life should be.
Yeah.
Goofy.
Yeah.
And moments of real joy and real sadness.
Yeah. Lets you know you're alive. You got to have the balance.
For all this, for your writing, maybe drum up something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you noticed any increase of people at all, or?
Well, I have more subscribers after
Excellent.
since I've put in my 2 weeks than before.
Right.
So like the universe is working.
Okay.
I just got to believe and let go, which I'm starting to. It's been like about a week and a half since I've been out of work.
Okay.
And like starting to let go of expectations and just acknowledge that we're here. Not trying to hold on to the little bit of money I have because I don't have any right now.
Me neither.
I've got my subscription money, and like it just came today. Like $60 came to me today.
Okay, good.
And then I tried to hurry up and put it in my savings instead of the checking, so like some random fucking auto pay doesn't take it.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I got hit twice before I got it out. It was like a 10 and a 7.
Yes.
And like I was literally seconds behind the $7 one.
Oh man. Well,
like,
it's time to manifest abundance.
It's yeah, abundance is the fucking key. That's what I've been saying. But it is liberating.
Yeah, good, because it should be. It's supposed to be scary too.
Yeah.
You know,
but it's time.
Man. It's a risk.
Yeah, but like I mean, it's a risk, but like I really had no other option. Like if I had planned this, like in my mind, I was planning for like that. If I'm not there yet, I'm just gonna leap at Super Bowl. Like I gave myself to the Super Bowl.
Awesome.
I mean, because it's our busy season. We're a sports bar, or Boxcar is a sports bar.
Sports bar. Okay.
It's like the only one in Santa Fe too, so it's super busy. So like that, like, all right, I'm just gonna like hammer through and just like eat anxiety attacks for lunch every day until Super Bowl Sunday, and then I'm gonna retire. And then 2 weeks later, I couldn't fucking do it anymore.
Man.
So like I wasn't like, but when you talk about an expiration date, it's already over.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
It's like, how long can I last? No,
you reached your mileage.
Yeah. Yeah, man. What do they the hose got a certain amount of mileage.
Yeah. Your bottom bitch, she can only go so far.
Yeah. I was their bottom day bitch for a while, and I tried to give them as much as I could.
They were Ice Cube. What's that guy's name?
Iceberg Slim and me.
Iceberg Slim.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, dude. Speaking of like crazy gangster shit, did you see that they arrested a guy for Tupac's murder?
No. What the fuck?
Cafe. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, I just saw a thing. I didn't get to look it up.
Cafe. Did the Nation do it?
Cafe murder. Let's Google. Suspect arrested for the 1996 Tupac Shakur. Cafe D. Dwayne Cafe D. Davis. I don't know who that is.
Dude, how left field is that? Like, what the fuck was he doing when he got arrested for Tupac's murder yesterday?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like he thought he got away with it scot-free.
Yep. He kind of did for 20 years.
Yeah, 30. Yeah, that was like 30 years ago. 20 years ago.
20, 30, longer. Holy crap, 30 years. Yeah, so I mean, 96, 06,
25?
16, damn near. Oh no, my internet's unstable. 1990. Oh, these ads keep popping up.
That's what's fucking me up.
1996. So damn near 30 years.
You're frozen over there. You look like Elsa.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
Now your audio's got.
I mean,
you're no. Say something else.
Hold on. Connected.
On.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Gosh, dang it.
And
all right, it's back.
All right. You're in a karate flick over there.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. I can see you. I can hear you. You got
my internet's unstable.
Okay, I think your lips are back. You had a 2-second tape delay for a second. You're like, ha! I will avenge my father's death. Ha! Ha!
That's what's happening right now. Damn, this is crazy. You know, Tupac killed a little kid.
He killed a kid?
What?
What'd the kid do?
He dropped a gun. Hold on, this can't be
Oh,
right.
I thought it was an altercation.
Ah, no, this can't be right. In 1992, Quade Walker Teal, a 6-year-old kid, was a victim of a stray bullet in a shootout between Tupac and a rival group. Oh, but they said it's not from Tupac's gun.
Oh, they clickbaited
Good
you.
Lord, man.
He was
Good
just
Lord.
there. He didn't shoot the kid.
Don't ruin Tupac for me.
Right.
That's
Tupac
the thing.
did-
These artists, they grow up to write music. They're artists. They're dancers. They're trying to give to the world, and then they get wrapped up in real gang shit,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing goes right from that. Get wrapped up with the Bloods and the Crips. Holy cow.
It's always blue versus red, man. Always blue versus red.
Yeah,
I mean, you got Republicans and Democrats.
that's true.
You got firefighter and policeman softball teams.
That's so true.
Family double dare.
Oh, damn. I didn't even think about that one.
It's always red versus blue.
Family
Always
Double
red
Dare,
versus
dude.
blue. Like,
Dude, Double Dare was the shit.
double dare was the shit. You know what's even cooler about that is because Mark Summers was a germaphobe.
Really? And he had to deal with all that goop?
Yeah. Talk
was
about
that
anxiety
stuff
at work.
Mark Summers. Yeah, he's cool. Health.
Oh man, I wanted to go on
That's
Family Double
compulsive.
Dare.
Me too, man. Me too.
All I needed was a full family.
Oh, damn. That got
No.
sad.
No, I'm just dude, as soon as
Ooh,
dude, one day I'm gonna have a family and we're gonna go on Family Double Dare.
that is the goal. That should be such a goal for a kid.
Hell yeah. Oh, I wanted to be on every show though.
I had some friends that were on Wheel of Fortune.
Oh yeah? How'd they do?
I think they did pretty good. I don't know. This was a long time ago.
I watched a taping of Let's Make a Deal
Let's make a deal. Oh, with
with Wayne Brady.
Howie. Oh, with Wayne Brady.
Yeah.
All right, that's
No,
cool.
Deal or No Deal was Howie.
Howie Mandel. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Let's Make a Deal was Wayne Brady.
Tough to keep him. Tough to keep him straight.
Dude, it's such a weird process. Have you ever been to a game show?
Mm-mm.
So like there's this it takes forever to get in there, especially for this one because it's interactive. So they're calling people. So it's like it takes like 3 hours to get to the show. And it's like levels of screening. Like first they have you sit in a room for a while and like they're watching you, like seeing how you interact with other people and stuff like that. And then you go in front of a board of people. And like they tell you too, it's they said specifically not to try and be funny. They said Wayne's the comedian, he's the funny one. Don't try and be funny with or funnier than Wayne.
Damn.
And I'm like, did he say that? Or is that their thing?
Yeah, that actually kind of sounds like a Wayne Brady thing.
Yeah. It's like I'm the comedian, don't try and outwit me. But like it kind of makes sense too. Because they're not entertainers. So they're gonna like you're gonna try and get up there and get your little 5 minutes of fame if you're not funny.
I would have out funnied Wayne Brady.
I would have tried. That's probably why.
Tried to. They
Exactly.
could have said that to me.
So we're the guys. We're the
I know.
we're the reason for the rule.
In fact,
shit.
if they wouldn't have said
Right.
that, I probably wouldn't have done it. I'd be like, "Oh, Wayne's the guy. We'll let Wayne do it."
Yeah.
But once they say that, I'd be like, "I'm gonna roast him."
Right. Going hard. Let's see how you can rat with my tat, motherfucker.
You tap dancing fool.
Right. I'm tat you out.
Oh,
But then like so what it, and but when they turn the cameras off, like sometimes they'll reshoot the thing or whatever, a promo, but as soon as they say cut, Wayne goes right back into the dressing room. It's like it's not
Really?
like I expected it to be like, oh, like, you know, high fives out on the way and stuff like that. And it's like, no, it's just like zwoomp. and head down. And then I think he's back looking at the audience through like a two-way mirror.
Oh, that's messed up.
I know. We made eye contact though, but I kind of froze.
You did.
Yeah, I did. Well, because I was with my second Wendy and her family on vacation to California, and Wendy and I had dressed up in all this, like, well, it wasn't even an actual costume. We just bought a bunch of shit from the rag stock, and we're just like trying to be spastic and noticed. And like, it was kind of like, I don't know his resting face exactly, but like, it was kind of like, that's how he was looking when like I looked and like our eyes met, and then I looked forward.
No eye contact with Wayne Brady.
Right. It's like, oh, I couldn't laugh. Maybe I couldn't make eye contact.
Damn. That is crazy that he's like, he would be a diva.
Yeah.
I hate to say it because the Dave Chappelle skit made me love Wayne Brady for a long time.
Does Wayne Brady have to choke a bitch?
But I think Dave was probably right in the beginning.
Yeah. And like, yeah. And maybe Wayne Brady is such a dick that like, or such a narcissist that like he loved it. He's like, yeah, that is exactly me. Let's do it. I'd be happy. Because I mean, I hope it wouldn't look like that. But like, if you wrote a sketch making fun of me, I would love to play myself in it. If it was 100%. Accurate.
Me too.
If you nailed me, like that's one of my love languages. Actually, it's just like, if you can hurt my feelings, it's like, you know me.
I am the same way. I would love to play like a really narcissistic, egotistical maniac of myself.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what people would hit me with.
Yeah. That's Marty Christopher's was really fun to write for that reason. So he's like, and Pete and Gwendolyn grew up. Yep. He's Pete's biological father.
Okay.
And then like in the first episode, he and Carrie meet each other in college, but he's the walk and talk of campus. Like he's your small town Mr. Everything.
Yeah.
And just like, I don't know, just like I got to really lean into that and kind of make him douchey, but like also lovable.
But you can play with your own ego in those moments.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I got to make fun of myself a lot with that.
Get on adult story time right now. Got to drive some traffic.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Get those clicks up everywhere.
We do. I'm getting on adultstorytime.net. These podcasts are just going to turn into one giant advertisement.
Yep. That's what we're going to do. Oh, so you want to hear my idea for the for our ad? So, or for the adultstorytime.net? Like I've been batting it around. Like I wrote it a long time ago, and I actually took a walk today. Okay. By the way, I took a walk to start reading your book in the park without my phone or anything. Nice. It was glorious. I was away from nice. It's like I'm just taking a walk for no reason, sitting in the park. Like fucking look at you, man.
God, good job. That's what I'm proud of you. I need to get off my phone.
Yeah. But shit. Sorry. I lost myself.
The ad.
Oh yeah. Thank you. The ad. So, but I on my way home, I started revising the script in my mind, and there's two of them actually. Like, so one is like me talking to myself. And it's about like I'm making fun of myself too, but like one of me is like in the booth here and he'll be poking out, and the other one is trying to write an ad for how to write a novel in 5 years.
All right.
And then it's kind of like it's two cameras or whatever, obviously. Like I don't know how to edit that well, but like it's gonna be me talking to me, just kind of bullshitting, just kind of making fun of myself. Yeah. And then lean into it at the end, because I'm gonna go get costume. I got these frameless glasses. I'm gonna put my hair up in a ponytail. And
okay, all right.
Just kind of lean into a douchey author kind of character.
Yeah.
And then the ad is gonna end into a montage of like me like dressing up in different fucking clothes and costumes, trying to find the right.
I love it. You can do that. You can make that happen.
Yeah.
You can edit that.
Yeah, that's an easy one. Like I can do the two. Like what I don't know how to do yet is layer to where like I couldn't have myself talking to myself on the same couch.
Oh
I
God,
could,
yeah, I don't know how to do that either.
yeah. It's like me talking to myself from around the corner.
I wonder if Ben could help with that.
Oh, probably.
Ben's a resource. I'll see him tomorrow. I'll ask him. You know what you could do? You know what I think the step would be? Camera in one spot and don't move the camera and take both takes.
Well, yeah.
Because he's going to have to split it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I bet he could do it.
I'm sure.
Just to film it and let's try, and we'll try and edit it. I'll try and edit it.
Yeah. I'll take a bunch of takes. Like the best, what I've known from my like Instagram video practice is like the best takes come when you like weren't trying. Like you just keep the camera rolling and it's like, oh, that's not what I intended to do with that shot, but
yeah,
that was pretty good. I know where I can use that.
Oh, dude, I know what you mean. I started my audiobook because I want to do it as a podcast. Because speaking of which, are you familiar with how Audible works? How they pay their authors?
Well, a little bit, but like I decided not to because I wanted to go the indie route.
You're doing the right thing because I looked into Audible.
They give you shit, right?
Terrible. It's like 25% of the income goes to the artist, goes to the author. So if I sell an Audible for $10, I get $2.50.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dude, I sell my subscriptions to my website and it's $1. Yeah, it's $2 a month, but like so I'm doing about the same and it's all coming to me.
Yeah.
Nobody's making tenfold off of what I created.
Exactly.
If I'm going to get fucked if I'm going to get fucked, I might as well take it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too. That's how I feel. I'll get maybe 10 donations through my podcast. I'll make more than tons of sales on Audible.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So screw them. Record that and put that shit on Adult Storytime.
All right, I will, because I started recording this audiobook for Villa Layla, and I was trying to do it as a podcast, and I was trying to explain that like off the cuff. But just sitting here I don't know how you do it, because me just sitting here by myself, like staring at the microphone, trying to talk to like whoever might be listening in the future is crazy. I cannot do it without sounding so scripted and awful.
Yeah, it's awkward. It's been a process, but eventually you start to forget yourself. You kind of lose it, and then it just becomes like acting.
Yeah.
Like eventually you really get lost in the characters. But like it took a lot of takes to do that. And like I don't know, it's like Quincy Jones used to do this to his recording artists and like background is, what am I thinking? His orchestra.
Oh, okay, yeah.
To where like he would make it so like whatever late at night or whatever, it's like we're coming to do this now, or like they've been working hard all day. It's like, okay, now we're gonna record. Right. It's just like it's like you kind of run them till they're tired until like you're too tired to think about anything else but what you're doing.
I guess that makes sense. You get a flow state.
Yeah, he explained it a lot more eloquently than I did.
Oh, Quincy Jones did?
Yeah. Oh, weird.
One of the most groovy dudes of all time.
Yeah, man. You know, I played the song. I was in percussion in 7th and 8th grade, and we played Soul Bossa Nova. It was called Groovin'. Because Austin Powers came out when I was in junior high, the first one.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. Well, I mean, I know he did the song, but I didn't know that he did it in the 60s until like 2 years ago. I thought he made that song for the movie.
Austin Powers.
Yeah. No, like Soul Bossa Nova was during the Bossa Nova phase. It was like fucking 67 or something like that.
Is that
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. I can listen to it now and not hear or see Austin Powers. But like, I don't know if that resurrected that song. Like it would have been forgotten if not that. And so like it was an honor to have his art honored like that.
It was an honor to be a part of the honor.
Allow myself to introduce. myself.
Hey, man, tell me about those other podcasts you were on.
Oh, thanks.
I haven't
Well,
gotten a chance to listen to them yet. I've been waiting to go to St. Cloud for a road trip.
oh, right on. Well, one of them just came out. The other one other one was supposed to be a couple days ago, but it's postponed till Halloween.
It's not
Yeah,
even out yet. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That one's called Unleash Your Inner Awesomeness.
Yeah, I just saw something about that.
Yeah, Melissa Oatman. Like I met her in Hollywood Beach, Florida, actually.
Very cool.
Yeah, yeah. One of my best friend Eddie's bachelor party. Like
Very cool.
me and all the Lost Boys went down there. Like that's when I set up ice traps everywhere.
Dude, with the boys. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. The Smirnoff traps.
Yeah,
God damn it. Yes.
Yeah. Like fucking landmines all over our two
Still
rooms.
funny. Still
Yeah.
a funny concept.
Dude, I tipped the front desk like $100 to let me in the rooms
I
early.
love that.
It
Still
was
good.
fucking worth it. So worth it. But like I met her on her last day. Like her and her friend were just like having a beer at a bar waiting to go to the airport. We still had a day or two or whatever, but like my buddy Ackerman was like trying to hit on her friend, but like I don't remember what I was sitting next to them, but like oblivious to them because I don't know, that just tends to happen with me. I'm zoned into something else. Like there's a lot of stuff going on here. We're having a good time. And he keeps trying to like rope me into the conversation. And I'm like, yeah, cool. Dude, like fucking stop bothering me. Like I'm having a good time. What? And then like, but again, like he knows me well enough to like, he can pull out the narcissist in me and like, throw out something he cares about. Like talk about a podcast or writing. It's like, oh, really?
Nice.
And then like, oh yeah, she's a writer and a podcaster. And so then we started talking or whatever. She lives in Chicago though. But I'm excited to do that one. That's going to be fun. And then the other one was very random. I just kind of answered a Facebook ad, I guess.
Nice. And what was it called? Living your life.
No, it's called the I don't remember the name of the episode. It's episode like 296 or something, but the podcast is called The Jar.
The Jar. And I think it was like living your life as a independent or something like that. I think it had something very on the nose for you.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up too.
Yeah, it was
Since
good.
this isn't running, I can.
Well, and we should probably
Yeah.
say the name of it. Maybe drive some people to listen to it. The Jar podcast. About the jar. Ken Stearns.
Yeah, I saved him in my phone as cannot burn Stearns.
That's what I was thinking. Like, what the hell? That name sounds familiar.
Right. It's like no, not Ken Burns.
That's cool, man.
Life is an ongoing draft.
Yeah, life is an ongoing draft. That's a good title. Yeah,
It was. He killed it. Learning from mistakes and embracing growth with John Thompson.
Nice. Very cool.
Dude, can I read the description of this? Because like,
please.
It felt like incredible. It's like, holy shit! Like, is this me? I feel fucking dope.
Have imposter syndrome?
Yeah, super imposter syndrome. So it's like our next guest, John Thompson, welcomed us into his uniquely adorned apartment in Santa Fe, a space transformed into a haven of new age universe vibes. His apartment resonates with the atmosphere of his endeavors, including a makeshift recording area for his audiobooks, a testament to his dedication.
Cool.
John, there's a bunch. I'm going.
No, read it all, please.
Yeah. John's upbringing was colored by his adopted mother's determination to pursue her passion for singing, performing wherever she could, even in churches and prisons. At 24, a significant turn of events occurred when his birth mother reached out to him on Facebook. Their meeting, along with the discovery of a sibling, proved overwhelming for a young man processing the complexities of these new relationships. As we delve deeper into John's narrative, we uncover his writing journey, which began as early as 4th grade and has since flourished into a complex and vast ecosystem of creative expression. John's adult audio work is a testament to his dedication to curating and sharing the expansive literary world. Despite his artistic inclination, John also engaged in sports during his high school years. A recurring theme in many of our guest stories, the profound influence of grandparents shines through. For John, his grandma Lona stood as a guiding force, grounding him throughout his life's journey. John generously shares his writing process, reflecting on the lessons he's learned along the way, the significance of carving out dedicated writing time, the importance of pursuing one's bliss, the reminder not to become a mere chapter in someone else's story, and the recognition that life is an ongoing draft, allowing us to learn from our mistakes. In this installment of The Jar, we join John as he opens up about his life experiences, weaving together tales of family dynamics, personal growth, and the power of creative expression. Like,
that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Like, I had no idea what we were going to talk about. Like, the whole premise of it is, he's got a jar, obviously, and it's full of note cards, but there's only 8 questions. So he has each guest draw as we go. And then like, he kind of keeps the podcast rolling too. Like which is helpful for me with my rabbit holes and tangents. So like, he'll kind of like, just kind of tap the jar softly when it's time for me to write pick a new one. And then he'll slowly transition it off. And then like, it's legitimately produced. But the dude, he travels around in a van. He's been traveling around the country in a van.
Oh, wow. So you were in person with him?
Yeah. Yeah. I was
cool.
Yeah. I was full on in person. Like, fortunate to have been able to catch him too, because he was here for the weekend and I work weekends. But he agreed to stay for an extra day. And so we did a podcast in the morning, and then he took off to Albuquerque for his next couple interviews.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah,
send him up this way.
Yeah. I don't know he was in Minnesota a little bit before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had just left Minnesota. Or no, never mind. I'm thinking about somebody else.
Oh,
I'm thinking about that Christian country rap group. They were in Minnesota.
Oh, yeah. The Bust.
The Bust. Yeah, what a fucking propaganda concert. And it was such a bit too, like, because me and like the lead singer or whatever, like the rapper, there's a rapper, a singer, and a DJ. Yeah. It's like at the laundromat, the rapper and I, like, I vibed with him about like his perspective on art and how it makes him feel and stuff like that, and just like the creating and the have to and the need to and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, maybe you're kind of one of the good ones. But like,
bamboozled you.
Yeah, well, like, I mean, he didn't get anything out of me, because again, like, I wasn't looking for anything. Right. But like, I don't know, I felt gross watching him bamboozle everybody. And again, I don't know what he bamboozled them out of either, because they came for it and they were enjoying it.
Yeah, and you know what? He's offering positive growth for people.
Yeah.
He's not trying to snake oil salesman anybody.
No. It's, and like, you're right. You're generally like speaking what you believe. Yeah. It's just like, God, it was so tropey and inauthentic.
Yeah, like, the thin veneer.
Yeah. Like, between every song, like, he stops and tells this story. Like, and like, again, like, it's a set and it's a bit. I know, like, if you're going to tell like that story and it works, every city you go to, you're going to tell the same thing.
Right.
But like, they were all leading to the same thing. It's like, it was for the people in the audience still on the fence. It's a story about the time that he thought he had everything figured out, but then God showed him that there was no other way but through Jesus, kind of thing. And again, like, that's how it works in that particular realm or that system of belief. So like, that's fine. My rub is because nobody's running unless you were raised in it, like nobody's running to find a new religion unless they're in a really bad way, unless
Yeah,
they're
that's
confused,
true.
lost. Like if you prior had no belief of this, and like you just want to believe in all this fanciful mystical stuff just like out of nowhere, like you must really be desperate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in a way, and again, if it gets you there, whatever, but in a way I feel like it's really taking advantage of like vulnerable people to tell them that there's only one way that you can get better. You know what I mean? Like there's only this, like nothing else is
Yeah.
going to work but this way right here. And it's like that will work, but it might not. But if it's
Right.
not, if that's not their medicine, then like it's kind of fucking them up.
I mean, a higher power is important for people,
Yeah.
but you're right when you're saying that other higher powers are not good enough. That this
Yeah.
higher power is better than that higher power. Then it kind of gets a little snaky.
Yeah. And then you're just like pointing to things that like, oh yeah, it could be. Like there's you're straw man in them and steel man in yourself
Exactly.
to vulnerable people. And so like they're not like in the position to really think about how much sense this story makes. It's like, well, because it says it in the Bible. It says it right here. The scripture says that the scripture says itself that it's true. Oh. And it's like,
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, that, yeah, okay, well, something makes sense, so that's good.
I
But
mean,
you didn't
there's
take a couple seconds later. It's like, well,
yeah,
but how though?
it's so hugely complicated because there's some pages of the Bible make total sense. Some are absolute bonkers.
Yeah,
And so when you look at one whole thing, it's just like every conversation. It's like any giant conversation. If you look at any issue like abortion or anything that like divides people,
uh-huh.
it's such an incredibly complex conversation to really
Yeah,
have. And the Bible is just like that. I mean, I don't
yeah.
know.
It's like, if it's, I personally would have gotten much more out of the stories of the Bible as a child if they kind of didn't have to, or like, maybe not so much as a child, but like mid-adult, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
If they didn't have to be true, if I could just
Oh, I
find,
see what you mean.
yeah, if it didn't have to be factual, because
They could
some,
be fables.
yeah, some are sometimes it's absolute truth, and other times like you just have to, it's open to interpretation, or you just, there's some things we don't know.
Well, see, the wisdom behind it, the wisdom behind the stories is true, though.
Yeah,
The wisdom is true. It's just I get exactly what you're saying, but how literal is throwing the net in and pulling out so much fish that you're going to sink your boat?
yeah,
Like did that really happen, or is that hyperbole? And if so, that's fine. If it's hyperbolic and exaggeration, that's fine. If it's telling the story, and the
yeah,
story is to open yourself up to the idea of abundance, and there's a lot. I don't know. There is a lot to the stories, but yeah, you're right.
yeah,
If somebody can take the lesson from it, regardless of whether they think it's true or not, isn't that kind of what really matters?
yeah. That's what it should be.
Yeah.
Like it should be about elevating your spirit or your energy or
Right.
whatever.
But
Not,
that's never where the argument about it is. The
No.
argument is whether it's true or not.
yeah, because it's about recruiting.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Boy, that's a really good point.
Like we just got to get you in the door. Like once you're here,
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. Then it's your fault. Like you're not walking right. You're not.
First person to speak loses.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. We're selling timeshares in heaven.
Yeah. Because like I want to know is like when did God start growing or changing his mind about things? Like it's divinely inspired. It's written by man, but divinely inspired, right? But like
Mhm.
most art is. What I do, I feel
Yeah.
is divinely inspired.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah. So like it's still, but like it's still filtering through me. It's my interpretation of it. But God,
Yeah.
like God should have known everything right away. Like when did God change his stance on like murdering people and stuff like that? It's like that wasn't a good idea.
I read
Yeah, that
a
was my
really-
bad. That was my bad. Like New
Yeah.
Testament now. Let's start over.
I read
I
a
fucked that
really
one up.
good book called John Wayne and Jesus about masculinity in the Bible and how throughout the early 1900s and mid 1900s and then the 80s, masculinity kind of changed as a as a tool to convince people that war is necessary. And I'm sure that this was used throughout all time. Was the Bible was always used for something, but
Oh yeah.
the idea of like John Wayne is this really masculine guy who's God fearing and he'll shoot you if he has to, but he doesn't want to, kind of thing. And then Ronald Reagan, this God fearing man, but we're fighting the good fight. We're the American heroes. It's masculine to kill people in the name of the Bible, but yet if Muslims do it, it's evil.
Yeah.
There's a lot of contradictions going on there. But that's it's such a hugely complicated thing.
Right.
You can't really explain it in a sentence.
And here I have several. And like there's a future podcast coming for this called Rick Fleber and a Pimp Named Christianity do a charity podcast-a-thon highlights. But a preview of stuff we'll talk about that on. A personal conspiracy theory of mine is that the story of Samson from Samson and Delilah is actually the original draft of Jesus. Samson is OG Jesus.
Interesting. And a woman did him wrong, huh?
Yeah. But like even before that, like that's funny too, but like the beginning of it, like because have you read, I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So like
totally.
he's immaculately conceived.
He pulls he crushes the temple.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it crushes the temple at the end, like as a kind of fuck you.
Jesus, that was what Jesus was saying. He was going to destroy the temple.
Yeah, no, but he actually, okay, so let me get there.
All right, sorry. Yeah, I get excited.
Yeah. So like their story starts the same way. It's an immaculate conception.
Uh-huh.
Like Samson's mother, in which it could have, like, the way I read this story, it sounded like some weird dude slipped Samson's mom some drugs, impregnated her, and then said, like, you're going to have a baby or whatever. But
awesome.
Because, yeah, she was immaculately conceived, and then an angel came and said, like, yeah, you're going to have a baby or whatever. And the husband's like, yeah, right. I can't even think of any female names from the Bible. Yeah, right, Esther. Like, you're fucking Ezekiel from down the way again, aren't you? Like, I know. Yeah, right. You just got immaculate. We haven't had sex in months.
Yeah. yeah, exactly.
And so, like, no, if you don't believe me, like, come with me. So they went back to the same place, and like the angel came back. It's like, yeah, she's pregnant. She's gonna have, like, he's gonna save your people. Like she's giving birth to the savior of, like, your people. He was a Philistine, right?
Boy, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. You're gonna save
a long time.
Yeah. Like, so, like, both of them, like, they were supposed to come in, like, Jesus was coming to save the people too. They both ended up dying for him towards the end. But yeah, it was the resurrection story. But like, Samson was a fucking dickhead. Samson was a terrible person. Like, growing up, he fucked with people because, like, he had this super strength and stuff like that. Beat
the hell out of kids.
Yeah, beating the hell out of kids. And God, it's going to be a lot better when this is a scripted thing later on, because I haven't thought about it in a while either. It just popped
He's
up.
endowed. He was endowed with the spirit of Yahweh, dude.
Yeah, and he went through he went. I don't know. He was just like a spoiled kind of like dick, but also, like, they left out some books about Jesus when he was a child too. Like, it takes, if you're endowed with some shit, man, before you know how to do with it. Like, when
you're Justin Bieber.
Yeah, exactly. Like, when Jesus was, like, I think it was in, like, I don't remember, some forgotten book, but Jesus was fucking with his teacher in, like, the 3rd grade because he tried to tell him what to do, and it was like, bitch, I'm Jesus.
I'm the chosen one.
Yeah, I'm the chosen one.
I am Harry Potter.
Joseph doesn't even try and tell me what to do, man.
Yeah, yeah. I'm his dad.
And like he turned him into a snake or something like that. He turned him into a fucking frog just because. And like he turned him back, but it was just like, I just wanted to show you what I can do.
Turn him into a newt.
Yeah. He did. There's a story of some necromancy too from Jesus. Like brought this dude back to life. Like you're not supposed to, or no, that wasn't it. He killed the guy and brought him back to life for like a lesson
Yeah.
or something
What
like
book is
that.
this?
It's
It's not
What's-
Lamb, is it?
no, and like now that it's his whatever his brother's book's name, and now that I'm thinking about it, it might be biased because I would be because if my brother was Jesus, I might write a disparaging
Yeah.
book about him too.
What was his
Like-
brother's name? Was it Joseph or
No,
Jim Bob?
Jim Bob. It was Jim Bob, definitely.
Yeah.
But that makes a light bulb just went off in my mind. That makes total sense. That like he would write a disparaging, like, yeah, you guys don't know him when he was a kid though. Like he was a real dick to me when we were young. Did you guys hear about the time he turned his teacher into a frog?
Yeah, he turned her into a newt.
Yeah. He used to disrespect Dad all the time. Dad couldn't do shit.
Yeah, it was James. James. Yeah, Jim Bob.
Mm.
James.
No,
and
but
Joseph.
there's another one.
Joseph, Judas, and Simon.
Oh, it's the bastard brother.
Ah. I
Look
don't
up
know.
look up books not in the Bible.
Jude.
Hey Jude.
Not in the Bible. Oh boy. Gospel of Thomas.
Thomas, that's what it is. Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, but what we brought this whole thing up for? It's like because times used to be super fucking ruthless, and it was just survival was different.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like in the day of whoever wrote the book of Judges, talking about Samson,
Mhm.
like the Jews and the Philistines were fucking, they were at war, and they
Yeah.
both believed themselves to be right. So like whoever wrote this believed that God sent Samson to kill
Yeah.
all of these people, and he fulfilled the prophecy at the end because yeah, Delilah finally got him to cut his hair, which I mean, he deserved it. She asked him 3 times, and like that's another, yeah, we'll just go through the whole story. Fuck it. It's like Samson, they paid her to figure out the source of his strength. And like she asked him, he's like, "No, I can't tell you that." It's like, "Come on, baby."
Yeah.
Like after they fucked too.
Pillow talk. It was
Yeah,
pillow
it was
talk.
pillow talk right after they
Yeah.
fucked. He was, and then she's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna do it like mid pump. Like, where does your strength come from?" And then
Oh.
but like and then he still lied. He's like, "Oh, this
Yeah.
bitch." So he told him something else, and then that happened. Like I'm butchering the story, but it's like, "Oh yeah, this is," and
I
then
don't remember it.
no,
Not really. Not all of it.
but 3 times he lied to her, telling her what the source of the strength was, and later that thing happened, and he was like, "I just told you that this is the source of my strength."
Mm-hmm.
And then that happened. That's an awful coincidental act.
Yeah.
And it's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Like, but you lied to me though." And like she spinned it on him. It's like, "Why'd you lie to me? I thought you trusted me." It's like, "Okay, I do trust you. Here's the real thing. Here's the real source of my strength." So he did that 3 times. So I say all that to say, like, you kind of had that coming, Samson. Like, you deserve that. Like, women get a bad rap for the Delilah vibe, but like, he's, you big fucking dumb oaf. Stop saying it 3 times.
Yeah, he was kind of arrogant.
Yeah, he was arrogant. So they cut his hair, lost all his strength, and then they hung him up in the town hall or whatever to like mock him and make fun of him and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And like they spin at the stories about like, I don't know, faith or whatever, like they all are. But like he sits there for so long I guess maybe because he didn't die along the way or whatever, but he sits there for so long hanging, you know, very similar to the way Jesus does on the cross, mind you. His hair grows back, and then he gets the strength. And like all the townspeople are underneath this big fucking Coliseum thing.
Yeah.
And then he pulls it down and kills them all. Like he kills a whole village of people. And that was God's fucking will. That's what God wanted.
Yeah.
But in the New Testament, he didn't think that way. But like man thought different because man like realized like, all right, like we don't have to be so fucking barbaric. We probably shouldn't kill each other. Like we probably shouldn't fuck each other's wives.
Right.
Like those 10 commandments, like
They're pretty legit.
Yeah. And I'm sure like they were very like practical and necessary. It's like we've been in the fucking desert for like 40 years, man.
Yeah, they're pretty legit. We got to have some rules, guys.
Yeah.
This is getting out of hand.
Yes. Don't steal each other's shit. Obviously, don't kill each other. Don't fuck each other's wife. Don't even look at their wife.
Yeah. Don't
like
covet.
It's just stop coveting. You're coveting all
Quit
over
covet.
my wife, dude.
Don't covet my wife.
Quit coveting my wife, man.
I know she's a hot babe.
Yeah. I know you stole my burqa. We haven't seen a bazaar in fucking.
I know she's a hot babe sweating in the desert for 40 years.
Right.
But please quit coveting her.
Right. You should have taken Ezekiel. You should have taken a wife before we went on this pilgrimage.
She's a hot Bible babe.
Right.
God dang it.
But no, it's practical. But now, then they remixed it. Then they made the story of Jesus, which is kind of the same.
There are some mirrors in there, like asking the source of power, being denied 3 times. There's a lot of.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about being denied 3 times, like when he was in the desert. Yeah.
Yeah. There's some definitely mirrors in there. It's interesting. What is the story of Samson? Is it arrogance? You don't want to be arrogant. Be humble.
You definitely want to be humble. You don't want to be arrogant. You shouldn't trust women.
Yeah, that's don't trust them hoes.
Yeah.
Love.
Never trust a big butt. Yep. Never trust a big butt and a smile.
Yeah. Oh man, I need to learn that lesson too.
It's such a fun lesson to like read. It's such a fun test to retake.
Terrible mistakes. I love them.
Yeah, they're the best. But what else? What else is the fucking? Because there's so much more to that story, and I have fun with the conspiracy theory that it was a rewrite. So I haven't thought about it, but like I got to get back into that.
Think about it too. Actually, I might read through it later
because it's a great story. It's been one of my favorite stories since I was a kid. Like I remember I had this like precious moments stories from the Bible.
Yeah, I had those.
You know the precious with the big-headed fucking little.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Those cute little babies.
Yeah. And I also had like it was on video too. Like I had a couple like Christian cartoon videotapes, and Samson and Delilah was one. Because we didn't have a lot of tapes, so like we can't stream like the kids do today. Like you watch that shit over and over again. You watch the same thing over and over again because there's nothing else.
Yeah. I had the same tapes of Ninja Turtles.
Oh yes,
episodes.
Those were dope.
They were like bright green or orange.
Bright green. Yeah.
Bright green tapes. They were sweet, dude.
And they all had
those were the good days, man.
Yeah. They had Pizza Hut commercials right beforehand.
I've been getting crap from someone I've been kind of seeing a little bit because I have Hulu with the ads and I have HBO with the ads.
I wrote a throwaway bit about like that, about a girl not wanting to go out with him again because he had fucking
totally
Hulu with ads.
But my reasoning is that the ads are, man, I miss commercials. I miss TV when it was TV.
Yeah.
You have a commercial, you get up and you run and get a snack really quick, or you have to hurry up because you're missing it, or
it was an event.
Yeah, it was like that was your moment, and they were placed strategically for cliffhanger events. It made the show more enjoyable.
Yeah. And there was just this kind of like shared universal energy to where, because like everybody was watching TJF on Friday nights.
Yeah, exactly.
And so like,
Exactly.
yeah, so we come back and it's like, hey, did you watch that last night? It's not like, have you streamed this yet? I'm getting to it.
Exactly. Did
It's
you
like,
catch
no,
the show?
there was only one chance for you to watch it. You had 30 minutes, you had a 30-minute window to be with everybody
Yeah.
else in the world. Otherwise, you were going to miss it.
Yeah. The pinnacle of that was lost. The
Yeah.
pinnacle of those days was lost, where you'd have watch the show and then you'd talk about it the next day. Ah, the good days, man.
Dude. I loved your bit in Villa Layla about Lost.
Oh, yeah. That okay. So that argument mirrors why my argument for the book existing of Villa Layla, for it having the ending it has. Everything matters.
It was meta.
It was.
That was a meta reference.
It totally was, and it makes sense if you hear this conversation that we had, because it matters.
Yeah.
That's why Lost was awesome. All the stuff actually happened in Lost. It wasn't just a dream. They weren't just dead. They lived their lives, and everything they did mattered. That's why it's awesome.
Yeah.
People hated it. They said it jumped the shark after season 3 or 4, but no, it was good to the end.
What did you think about since we're talking about dated content, or since we're talking about up-to-date content?
Yeah.
What did you think about the Sopranos ending?
Ooh, well, all right. My only issue with the Sopranos ending was the time jump in the last half of the last season.
I never saw the last season.
Oh, okay.
I know the ending. It's infamous.
Well, the thing is, so like the last couple episodes or whatever, I think in the last half of the last season, they time jump like way ahead.
Mm.
And so then you're like having to reframe the whole story in years ahead, which is okay. But I actually like the ending, because what are people going to do? How are you supposed to end that show?
Yeah, right?
How are you supposed to end it? The show was amazing.
Yeah.
Nobody would have been happy with see, here's where their genius really lied was. If they chose to actually show him get killed, fans would have been split and they would have hated it.
Mm-hmm.
If he would have lived on or whatever, there would have been this lack of closure to the story, and people would have wanted to do spin-offs, or they wanted to keep going with it.
Yeah.
But the way he ended it was, it ended. Story's over.
Yeah.
You got the story, and it's, I don't know.
Yeah, because Tony Soprano's probably one of the greatest anti-heroes ever written. And the way James Gandolfini played him too.
Yeah.
But like,
it was a great show.
Yeah.
God, that was a good show.
Yeah, it was such a good show. So well written. Like, because you want these people are terrible.
Yeah, they're assholes.
Yeah,
they're assholes. Ducks.
Yeah.
He likes a duck, so he's a good guy.
The fucking ducks.
Oh, we have to like him. He likes pets.
The happy fucking wanderer.
Yeah.
I gotta practice my Tony Soprano. I never tried one before.
You know what I watched the other night was Casino. Speaking of Sopranos.
Casino's fucking great.
Remember how good that show was? God. But anyways, go. I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay. Casino is a great fucking movie.
Yeah, dude.
But no, like, yeah, Tony Soprano, like, you don't want to see him. You're rooting for him.
Yeah.
Like, he kills people. He cheats on his wife. He's not a great father, but he's very loving. He's caring. He tries.
He's a flawed hero, but you want so badly to have him redeemed. You want
to see him learn. You don't want to see him die.
Yeah, you want to watch him grow, and you can't. But and the way that they did the ending was brilliant, anyways. So
yeah,
that last scene was one of the best scenes in television.
Oh, another
whatever. We need to change.
We got no food, no jobs. Our pets' heads are
I
falling
feel that
off.
way, man. All right, buddy.
All right.
I will talk to you soon, man. I'll connect with you later on.
All right. Namaste, bitches.
Peace out.